Welcome to this week's reading and writing lesson. Now this is a longer video because I'm kind of going throughout the week. At the beginning I give more detail. As the week goes on, less and less, because I've already given you the bulk of the detail in the beginning. If you need to just pause this video or skip around throughout the week, feel free to do that because it's long and it might get kind of boring. But if you wait until the end of the video, you'll get to see my dog Rue. Welcome to this week's reading and writing lessons. I'm kind of putting them together here for you. Now I'm going to work through the whole week all in this video, but you are going to be focusing on one thing per day. So you will need writing paper, a pencil, because we do our writing in our writing notebooks with a pencil in case we make a mistake so we can erase, and either your name tag or the alphabet. I have the alphabet linked in my teacher webpage. So before you get your writing notebook out, you will need to choose a story. Now you can either listen to a story on Mayan, YouTube a story, or read a story that you have at your house. Now I'm going to say that I read Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So day one, you read the story. Then you're going to get out, when you're done listening to the story, you're going to get your pencil and your notebook, and you are going to draw and label the characters. So the characters in Goldilocks and the Three Bears are, do you remember? Goldilocks, Baby Bear, Mama Bear, and Papa Bear. So I'm going to start with writing the date at the top of my paper. That's 3/30/20. Now, I'm just going to do a quick sketch and label like we do in class. Okay, I have my picture drawn. It's not perfect, but that's okay. Now I'm going to label my characters. If you need help, maybe your parent can help you sound it out, or whoever's helping you, or you can just try your best. Now remember, names start with a capital letter because you are important, so you start with a capital letter. So by Goldilocks, okay, see, I already made a mistake, so I needed to erase. So it's a good thing I had a pencil. Goldilocks. Now I'm going to write Baby Bear above, Baby Bear. Mama Bear, and Papa Bear. Now once you have your picture and your labels drawn, I want you to try to write one sentence about the characters if you can. If you want to do more, you can always do more. So remember, when I go to write, I need to make sure I'm using my 5-star writing rubric. I also have this linked on my teacher page for you. Now, we need to make sure we start with a capital letter. Okay. Capital T. The rest of the letters are lowercase unless I'm writing somebody's name. I'm going to use my neat handwriting too. You need to make sure you use finger spaces. Now, characters is a big word, so you might need parent help on that, or you can pause the video and look at mine. The characters in this story are, now Goldilocks is a name, so I need a capital letter. If you remember in class, we were practicing using commas. So if you're talking about more than two things, you need to separate with a comma, and then before you say your last thing, you use the word and. So I'm going to put Goldilocks, comma, Baby Bear, comma, Mama Bear, comma, and Papa Bear. Period. So I'm going to make sure my sentence starts with a capital letter. I ended with a period. I used my finger spaces. I used neat handwriting. And my sentence makes sense. I'm going to read it in my head again to make sure it makes sense. For you, I'm going to read it out loud. The characters in this story are Goldilocks, Baby Bear, Mama Bear, and Papa Bear. So that's for Monday. On Tuesday, you're going to read the same book, but this time, instead of drawing the characters, you are going to draw, label, and write about the setting. Remember, the setting is where the story takes place. So in Goldilocks and the Three Bears, the setting is where? It's at the cottage in the woods. So I'm going to start by putting the date at the top. 3/31/20. I'm going to do a quick sketch and label. My picture doesn't need to be perfect. It's just there to help me remember what I'm writing about. Okay, so I'm going to write cottage and woods. Then I need to think of a sentence to write about the setting. So I'm going to write, they, capital T, they, remember if you don't remember how to spell a sight word, I also have those linked in my teacher page as well, are at a cottage in the woods. Period. Now if I wanted to add another sentence, I might say, it looks cozy. But I'm just going to keep it simple. So once again, I'm going to get my 5-star rating. Did I start with a capital letter? Did I end with a period? Did I use my finger spaces? Did I use neat handwriting? And does my sentence make sense? They are at a cottage in the woods. Yes, that's for Tuesday. On Wednesday, if you want to read the book again, you can. If not, you're going to start by drawing and labeling the beginning of the story. For Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're going to be drawing and writing about the beginning, the middle, and the end. Now you can do these on separate pages, but what I like to do to save paper is to separate my page into the 3 columns for my picture. And then I can just add on a sentence each day. So I'm going to start by putting the date at the top. And on Wednesday, it will be 4/1/20. Separate my paper into 3 columns. I'm going to write a B for beginning, M for middle, E for end to help me remember. Now, in the beginning of my story, this is for Wednesday, remember, I'm going to draw what happened in the beginning of the story. If you remember, at the beginning of the story, the bears leave their house and Goldilocks shows up. So I'm going to draw the cottage. Oops. I'm just going to draw their faces to make it go faster. Here's Goldilocks. Three bears. Goldilocks. Okay. Now I need to write a sentence that goes along with my picture. So I'm going to use the word first. If you remember, one of the activities we did with Ms. Shaw, Ms. Allman, and Ms. Anderson was you practice writing the beginning, middle, and end of the story. And when you're talking about the beginning, you use words like first. So I'm going to write the word first. First, the bears leave and Goldilocks arrives. Then you're going to check with your 5-star writing. If it's good, good. If you need to fix it, fix a few things. That's what you do for Wednesday. Thursday, you're going to write about the middle of the story. So I have my beginning, middle goes in the middle under M. In the middle of the story, Goldilocks, let me draw Goldilocks. Remember, Goldilocks is home, the 3 bears are gone. Goldilocks tries the porridge, sits in their chairs, tries their beds. Ooh, bed is kind of tricky. That's just going to be my bed. Label. Okay. So I have Goldilocks, porridge, chairs, and bed. Now, when we're writing about the middle of the story, we can use words like next or then. I'm going to use the word next. Start with a capital letter because I'm starting a new sentence. Next, Goldilocks eats the porridge sits in the chairs and falls asleep in the bed. Period. Then you're going to check with your 5-star writing. If it looks great, good. If it doesn't, go ahead and fix what you need to fix, and that's all you do for Thursday. Now, on Friday, you're going to be drawing, labeling, and writing about the end of the story. So, end. For my last sentence, I'm going to start with the word last. Last, the 3 bears come home and Goldilocks well, you know what? I'm going to run out of space on this page. That's okay. If you run out of space on a page, you just turn to the next one. Goldilocks runs away. Oops. Period. Then I'm going to check back with my 5-star writing rubric again. This time when I check to make sure if it makes sense, I want you to read through all 3 sentences you wrote for the beginning, middle, end to make sure it makes sense. So that's what you're doing for reading and writing for the week. Remember the 5-star writing rubric. Remember the 5-star writing rubric is on my teacher page. In an email, I sent you a name tag template. Your child can choose their favorite color, write their name on it for them neatly, It also has the alphabet at the top with picture clues. And I also sent you an alphabet link that you can print out to add to their office as well. Don't forget to take pictures of their work and send it to me. Thank you. This is my dog Rue. I talk about her a lot in class and we write about her. So now you actually get to see her over my video. Say hi, Rue.